Hello and welcome to this round 25 match in the Winfield Cup from Belmore Sports Ground between Canterbury-Bankstown and Illawarra.
From fullback, Michael Hagan, Colin Whitfield, Tony Curry, Peter Mortimer, Andrew Farrar, the halves of Terry Lamb and Steve Mortimer, the forwards, Paul Langmack, Chris Mortimer, David Gillespie, Peter Kelly, Mark Bugden and Paul Dunn.
Well, thank you, Graham. Only one change to the program team with Michael Carberry coming into the second row, pushing Jeff Hardy back to lock. From fullback, the team is Steve Larder, Dean Carney, Brian Hetherington, Graham Bradley and Alan McIndoe, the halves of Mackie and Haddock, who will lead the side, and the pack of Jeff Hardy, Michael Carberry, Chris Withall, Cavill Hugh, Michael Bolt and Keith Cole.
We've got a lot of ball users in the Illawarra side. Chris Withall, Cavill Hugh and Michael Carberry all have ball skills. Whether they've got enough runners is another matter. The kick-off's gone. Hagan took it, gave it to Farrar, comes out to within 5 metres of the quarter line. Hagan again to dummy half. There's the first penalty of the match against Illawarra for failure to get back to 5 yards. And is your adrenaline pumping, Peter?
Yes, Rex, I'd like to be out there, but Paul's he's a very, very well-qualified replacement, and I'm sure he'll go well tonight.
We're all sure of that. Canterbury back on attack right now. Steve Mortimer. Out to Hagan. Hagan's looking on the inside to Peter Mortimer, and he juggled the ball. Illawarra under pressure now. Canterbury started to get their game together. Well, there was an ordinary pass, and it's come up with Illawarra.
Pressure pass from Stevie Mortimer. It wasn't back on the inside. There was plenty of defence there. Peter Kelly had virtually no chance of taking it.
The double markers not being in the accredited position there. And we'll wait till this penalty's taken, and then we're going to hear Mr. Footy Tab himself, John Croucher, give us some information. Larder's kick finds touch. Yes, John, what's the story?
Well, Rex, you're not going to be surprised again to hear that Canterbury are the hot favourites to win this. 75% of the entries have gone for them to win. There's $34,000 to win on Pick the Result. The popular score tonight, Canterbury 18, Illawarra 6.
Illawarra 18, Illawarra 6, Canterbury 18. That's the way it is, eh? Right, we'll see. Cole's got to within 3 metres of the halfway. With all dummies. Very close to going over the sideline. And again, it's Bugden this time, who's been caught offside, careering up in an offside position. Now, what will the option be? They're going to take the kick for touch, according to Terry Haddock. Steve Larder's the man. A Darwin footballer originally. Came to Manly. Didn't like it. Went back. Picked up by Illawarra and has proved a great success. Withall now within 5 metres of the line. On to Cole. Cole trying to batter his way through. I suggest that's been tried by better players than him. Mackie, Haddock back on the inside to Hardy. Hardy slipped a tackle but got picked up by cover. Carberry, Haddock, Mackie, dummies, steps, pass away there to number 11, Cavill Hugh, and he's dropped the football. Well, that lets Canterbury off the hook for a moment. Had about 17 minutes of play in this first half. No sign of a try as yet. Scrum won by, and he's going to score a try. Perry Haddock scooted over and scored a try from about 16 metres out. That was as soft as butter. Wasn't a hand laid on him. And I dare say something to do with Steve Mortimer there because he just wasn't on.
Well, the beauty of the scrum win against the feed inside the opposition's 22. There it was. Ball came out very, very quickly to Haddock. Langmack was caught. He wasn't out of the scrum quick enough on that occasion. Terry Lamb was trying to check and stay on his opposition 5'8". They're all surprised there. The big gap there, Lamb standing well and truly outside of his 5'8", allowing him room to move back inside. But it just came out like a bullet out the back, and That was the head start on Paul Langmack, and Terry Lamb caught in no man's land.
Well, that's one up to Bolt. Michael Bolt, who's won the first scrub of the match against the feed. And I've no doubt, I think hookers like to do that more than score tries. Carney to take the kick. And he's kicked it right out of the ground. So the score now, Illawarra 6, Canterbury 0. Okay, we're back here at Belmore Oval. The score 6-0 in favour of Illawarra. And David, what's the latest on Steve Mortimer? I see he's out there.
Yes, he stayed on the field. Dr. Hugh Hazard, the Canterbury doctor, and Larry Britton, the trainer. There he goes on the burst. Stevie Mortimer showing no ill effects. There is a capsular trouble on his knee. They're hoping that he will be able to run it out. Let's hope he doesn't come off. We saw how it knocked South Sydney around yesterday when they lost key players.
Curry sprinting for the line, gets the pass back into Farrar. Farrar's in for the try. What a way to hit back. That's good stuff. Illawarra opened right up there. Curry supplied the initiative and supplied the expertise and the skill, the strength. Went through, turned it back inside to Farrar. See it again.
Canterbury had to hit back straight away. Illawarra plenty of confidence after that try from their skipper Perry Haddock. The first real occasion where Canterbury have sent the ball wide. Now 4 Illawarra defenders went to cover Tony Curry. That was bad communication in the defensive line, leaving the gap back up on the inside. Well read by Andrew Farrar. Good ball outside from Peter Mortimer to put his man outside the defence. Both centres tended to follow him across, and well read by Andrew Farrar to come back up on the inside.
Well, that was the way to do it. A champion side, as they've been. You'd expect them to hit back. They've done it magnificently. We've got a 6-4 scoreline at the moment. And Terry Lamb, the kicker of 51 goals from 72 attempts in 87, is the man who's going to attempt the conversion. Lamb's also the second leading point scorer in the rugby league with 13 tries, 51 goals, a field goal, and for 153 points. 12 metres in from the sideline on the quarter. And that is an uncharacteristic kick. It went away to the right, didn't deviate. The score remains Canterbury 4, Illawarra 6. Now Whitfield goes through, and it looks like it could be a try to Terry Lamb on the inside. It is, it's Terry Lamb underneath the post. It's a brilliant try. Colin Whitfield was the man who carried it on and did so well, but the initial break was made back in the Canterbury corner by Andrew Farrar. Very strong play, but see it all again.
The great surge by Canterbury, a quick play of the ball by Farrar after he made the break from the kick-off. They had numbers out wide here. And Colin Whitfield's the man that stepped back inside. Plenty of room to move there. In fact, it was Brian Hetherington not coming across in cover defence. Lamb was nearly interfered with back up on the inside, and Whitfield nearly gave the ball too early there to Lamb backing up on the inside, allowing Larder to try and interfere with the ball. But he's always there back on the inside. The man that Canterbury know, as soon as they make the break, they can look. Terry Lamb's going to be there to take the ball, but Whitfield looked dangerous a couple of times tonight when he's handled the ball. A good step back on the inside there to beat the defence, and Terry Lamb with that clear run to the line under the post, and there shouldn't be any trouble with this kick at goal.
Yes, a great hit back. Illawarra right back on the heels now. They were in Cloudland just 4 or 5 minutes ago, and now they're in Disneyland. Well, Peter, that's the way for your side to hit back.
Yes, Rex. It didn't look too good when Perry Haddock was allowed to stroll over from that scrum, but the boys have hit back pretty well. Like Terry Lee's the best backer up in the game, and it's good to see him hit back in such a devastating fashion.
Yes, indeed. He's kicked a goal. The lad up on the top of the roof has caught it, up near the Bulldog. And the score now, Canterbury 10, Illawarra 6. Steve Mortimer, Paul Dunn, right through. He could go on with this. Oh, he's been tackled there by Perry Haddock. And Haddock doing monumental work for the Illawarra side. Out there, it should be a try to Gillespie. The pass has gone out to Farrar. And Farrar's in for the try off a Gillespie pass. Good stuff. Very good indeed. Thinking all the time. I thought he could have gone on with it. The tackle brought him undone, but as he was falling, off she went on the outside. See it again.
It was all set up by that run from Paul Dunn. Canterbury had set themselves for the second tackle to come back down the blind, so the players were still hanging down here. It was a great short ball from Hagan, Gillespie, and then Gillespie cutting the ball long there to Andrew Farrar to pick up his second try. Steve Mortimer decided to miss a man. This was the good ball. The short ball from Hagan drew two Illawarra defenders, and a great ball from Gillespie as he was falling in the tackle for Andrew Farrar, who was unmarked. So it was all too easy for Farrar. He hasn't really had to beat a man to pick up the two tries tonight. But they set themselves for that play perfectly. Canterbury, they had the numbers as soon as they switched back down to the short line.
So the score hastens on, 14 points to 6 in favour of Canterbury-Bankstown. A score at a critical time with just about 4 minutes to go to the half-time break. And Terry Lamb from the junction of the 10-metre and the quarter line will attempt the conversion. You can see the little mound of sand slightly to the right of where he's kicking from. There it is. That's where he had one of his last kicks from, and pushed it directly to the right. Yes, he's measured that one, and over it goes. So the score now, Canterbury 16, Illawarra 6. This is great stuff. Out to Mortimer. Another train goes roaring past. Cock-a-doodle-dooing. Hardy. Out to, not Hardy, out to Dunn. Dunn back into Lamb. Lamb's gone close to it, but Carberry's taken him out with a good ball and all tackle, only 5 metres from the line. Langback at dummy half. Flick pass, and it's under Gillespie, and Gillespie's in. Well, they've scored the try that they wanted, and that's the one that's really brought the Illawarra side undone. Sheer power.
Well, quick thinking here by Canterbury, but this just underlines the defence of Illawarra in the last 20 minutes of this first half. There's a double marker there, the flick pass to Gillespie. Now there's 3, 4, 5 Illawarra players coming into shot. No one can lay a hand on him. They had plenty of time to stop him. The initial bust was made by Terry Lamb. The try looked on there. There was the quick thinking here from Langmack. He had a quick yarn. He looked over his shoulder. He saw Gillespie standing there. He called him a second time there as we see him trying to communicate the flick pass. But just have a look at the missed tackles here. 1, 2, 3. Not a hand was being laid on him as he just dived over next to that left hand upright.
And when you see a sight of a little tiny halfback like Perry Haddock standing in front of a man like Gillespie and attempting to stop him, you're aware that there are some players in this Illawarra pack who should be booked for loitering. There are 2 or 3 at the moment that I would have had off the field 15 or 20 minutes ago for not performing any function in defence. No names, no pack drill. Lamb's kick will be taken from 10 metres out and opposite the left-hand upright. Should have no trouble. He has no trouble. So at the half-time break, we go in with a scoreline that reads Canterbury 22, Illawarra 6. Canterbury's tries have come from 2 to Farrar, Lamb, Gillespie, goal from Whitfield. No goal from Whitfield. Lamb 3 from 5. And the try to Illawarra came from Perry Haddock, and 1 goal from 1 attempt to Dean Carney. So that's it. There's plenty more to come. Don't go away. Canterbury 22, Illawarra 6. Darren Appleby. I've never seen him go around. He'll be playing a number 18 jersey. Canterbury's Kelly charging ahead. Bugden. Steve Mortimer. Got to pass away to Chris Mortimer, back to Steve Mortimer, on to Terry Lamb, and Lamb's underneath the posts. It's a great try to Terry Lamb, great backing up, really fine stuff. Steve Mortimer was involved twice, but a try that really set the seal on what was a good win now becomes a great one.
Steve Mortimer always quick to sight the gaps close to the ruck, either 5 or 10 metres either side. His brother Chris read the play well. Great backing up on the inside. Good short play from Canterbury. They've been struggling in this second half. They've finally come to life with this try just because of poor defence again from Illawarra right up the middle of the rucks. There was plenty of players there for Canterbury on hand to score that try. Terry Lamb, well, calling greedy if you like, but he picks himself up, his second for the night. There's Mortimer. He's a danger man around the rucks. He's going to be much more of a danger man if they make their way to the Sydney Cricket Ground. He saved some of his best football out there, and tonight, well, he's having a fine game too and causing plenty of problems short of that ruck.
Well, 16 points from Terry Lamb at the moment. A couple of tries and I believe 4 goals. This is an easy one. This is one of those ones that everyone would like to take from directly in front. I hope I haven't put the mocker on it. No way. And the ball goes over the back. So the score hastens on. Canterbury 28, Illawarra 6. Haddock. When he ducks underneath a player, he's only short. When he ducks underneath, he almost disappears into the grass. Hetherington. To his feet and plays it. Carney tries his luck and goes very close to scoring. Out it goes to Mackie. He kicks in behind the defence. This could be interesting. Crosland gets to it. I think that's Darryl Crosland, who's come on only seconds ago and scored a try from a kick through. So that's a good one.
Darren Appleby's the man who picked up the try in 18. Great little kick here. He noticed that the play was on. Great kick from Mackie. He saw that his winger was well positioned deep, coming onto it later. And here's Appleby coming into play. This is a great try, great piece of rugby league thinking. Unfortunately, they're well and truly beaten on the scoreboard at this stage, but you could see his mind tick over here. It was well and truly planned, beautifully pulled off, perfectly placed, and he certainly has got some pace, Darren Appleby, as he just flies onto that, picks himself up a try. Great football. It certainly was planned. You could see it just from the moment it was played. Here he goes, Mackie. Just sets himself. He hangs off the Canterbury-Bankstown defence. Lands it on a sixpence, if you like. Just the one bounce straight into the waiting arms. Excellent rugby league try.
Carney from the sideline out on the quarter line and, well, the junction of the sideline there. It's purely academic with 11 or 12 minutes to go. 28 points to 10. The Canterbury crowd have loved it all. I would suggest the Illawarra people have been those that have journeyed from the deep south are less than happy. Just went a little bit to the left, so the score remains Canterbury 28, Illawarra 10. And Haddock slips into dummy half. They're up at the quarter. Haddock really has put in a monumental amount of work in this match and has been tackling big men, small men. Long cut-out pass to Mackie. There's the kick through. Well, he's going to get it too, by heavens. That's a good one to Carney. Carney judged that beautifully and come up with a late try that's putting a little bit of respectability into this score. Now, Peter Mortimer has come over. See it again on the replay and you judge.
Great play again, Greg Mackie. Everybody was perfectly onside and a complete replay of the Appleby try. All it was, this time they've switched it to the left-hand side of the field. perfectly placed. The Canterbury wingers and all the Canterbury defence hone in on their defensive line. Their defence works so that they've all got to come in together, and Illawarra have picked them out. They've picked them out because they've been too shallow, leaving plenty of room there for the outside backs to come in onto that kick. Again, great credit to Mackie for putting it right on the spot, and Dean Carney for reading the play.
Dean Carney was, in my view, a couple of metres offside when he scored that, or when he took the ball, but it's useless arguing about it because the referee has said it was a try. 28 points to 14 in favour of Canterbury-Bankstown. And the Canterbury kids are making little monsters of themselves by banging on the tin around the stand. Carney's kick is successful. So the score now, with only a short time to go, is Canterbury 28, Illawarra 16. Steve Worthington. There's the hooter. So at the end of the game, we've got a scoreline that reads 28 to 16. The Canterbury tries have come from Farrar and Lamb 2 each, Gillespie 1 and Lamb 4 goals. For Illawarra in their 16 points, Haddock, Appleby and Carney, those 2 tries to Appleby and Carney coming very late from kicks, both of them coming from Mackie. Carney has got a couple of goals. That was the scoreline, 28 to 16, and repeating, Canterbury still alive in 87.
Every week they're at it, never daring to let up. 'Cause winning's the only thing that counts when you're playing for the Winfield Cup. It doesn't matter if you're famous or a youngster making his way. There's only one thing that matters, and that's how well you play.